Welcome to the Voice Boxes podcast with vocal coach Nettie Rose and speech pathologist Jennifer Kellums, where they discuss the mysterious world of vocal health and encouragement for anyone who uses their voice.
Oh, welcome to the Voice Boxes. I'm Jennifer Kellums.
And I'm Nettie Rose.
Today we are talking about hydration.
Mm-hmm.
If you can only see the audio, I brought my hydration water bottle, which it's like $10 on Amazon, by the way. So nobody has an excuse for being dehydrated.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, there's so many different water bottles for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some people carry massive jugs and some people just want the skinny little ones, you know. Some people do not do plastic. They're all about glass, and there's aluminum. There's all sorts of, there's no excuse. You're right.
And your little camel pack too, if you want to carry it on your back. I love my camelback.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about hydration and how it affects the body, how it affects the vocal cords, how we hydrate in general, what that looks like.
Right. You know, there's that concept, though, of knowing your weight and then measuring how many ounces you need for your weight. Now, that's something that I've heard multiple times. And also, we've also heard the 8 times 8, so 64 ounces. And so everybody's different. I think, like, if you want to make sure that you're hydrated, you have to make sure that your veins are visible in your hands, that your skin is a little bit more plump, that your lips are not like dried out. That's a way of kind of telling if your body is actually absorbing the water that you're intaking, and if maybe you're missing your mark of how much water your body needs, because everybody's different.
Absolutely. And you know, you bring up the noticing your veins, because when you drink water or when you're well hydrated, hydration actually goes through your blood system, and that's what kind of plumps everything up. So when you have water, it doesn't just go like straight to your bladder and you pee it out, unless you're me, because that absolutely happens with me. But for the normal person, it goes to the bloodstream, so it's going to pump up those veins, and that's going to distribute, and you are going to see it in your skin, and your hair, and your lips, and yes.
Yeah, that's how I know when I'm lacking, especially the veins in my hand, the back of my hand. That's when I really, really know. You know, it's like, and the other thing too that causes problems with hydration is the stuff that counters hydration. We don't think about that, but like excess sodium, for example, can cause you not to be able to be as hydrated as you would have been a normal day. So, you know, we have to be careful on what we eat and also hydrate. And same thing with caffeine, because caffeine we need to counter with more water. If we're having more caffeine in a day, then we need to intake more water in a day.
Exactly. Your 1 cup of coffee, you need to counter that with another cup of water beyond your weight measurement or your 64 ounces. You gotta counterbalance. It doesn't count as one.
Right. Even though you use water to make the coffee.
Right. But it dehydrates you out.
Yeah.
And that also is true for your vocal cords too, because your vocal cords are, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make my little vocal cords.
Do it. I literally wait for that every single time.
But, you know, the hydration as it goes through your bloodstream, just like it's going to plump up your veins, plump up your lips, it's plumping up that tissue that is around your vocal cords, and it's keeping the mucus around your vocal cords nice and limber and moist and
less sticky.
Yes, less sticky, which and it also fattens them up a little bit. So you don't want thin vocal cords. And one of these episodes we'll get to like hormones and how hormones can thin your vocal cords, but that hydration can actually make them fat. And you want some fat vocal cords.
Yeah. P-H-A-T.
Fat. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
nice and fluffy.
Mm-hmm. So aside from, you know, drink your 64 ounces, I like, you know, one strategy that I do, like in my water bottle, that I brought in my visual, if you are watching on YouTube, you know, I love the water bottles that give you a time because I feel like it makes you very accountable. That's something that works for me. Other people have apps that they use, so then they have a little timer. What are some things you do to remember to stay hydrated?
Well, I keep my water wherever I go. So I'll have it with me if I go into the car or especially in the studio. So anywhere I go, I just grab my water and I keep drinking of it. Just, I don't know, I would say small portions for me, so constant, I don't want to say constant sipping, but it's definitely like a few gulps at a time. And I don't like to down it too much because, unless I'm feeling like, okay, I am feeling dehydrated or something's wrong, then I'll down the water. But usually I just try to keep more of a steady little increments throughout the day. And I don't measure the water, but I do like to use actual spring water. I get it from a local petrified area that actually has a pump. And I fill up these. Actually, my mom is the sweetest thing in the world because she actually fills them up for me because she goes there all the time. She's such a sweetheart. And then she'll just deliver it. Like I have water service. She delivers
That's
it at
amazing.
my front door. Yep.
And it's like filtered through like petrified wood or?
Yeah, it's spring water. It's actual fresh spring water. And it gets actually routed to a place where about 10 minutes where I live.
That is so
It's
cool.
fantastic.
Wow.
And it hydrates me way better than bottled water. I don't want to like knock on bottled water. There's Fiji water. Of course, it's my favorite. But some of the other stuff I feel way more dehydrated with. So I don't want to go into the politics and the science of how bottled water is probably not the best for us. But what I do notice, I get more hydrated with pure spring water. And if I put something in my regular water, like if I had tap water or filtered water, I put something like cucumber in there or blueberries. Coconut water hydrates me really, really well. Watermelon juice totally hydrates me. Fresh apple cider does too. But if you're doing juices like from the store, that actually dehydrates you. So stay away from like all those fake juices. But real juice from a real fruit, definitely a good hydrator.
Yeah, I definitely think like the fruit sugars are great. Adding in, whatever other sugar, like your fake, like you said, like a fake cider or just like a fake sugar. Like we don't need that. We get enough sugar in our diets, most people. One thing, because it gets really hot here, I'll get like 120 degrees. A friend of mine taught me you got to get like food grade, but essential oils, or just getting like a sprig of peppermint or like one drop of mint essential oil, and it feels so cooling, and so refreshing in the summertime. And also, we're just talking about like hydration and how much you need. Like, I think it also depends on your environment. You are in a more humid area than I am. I'm in a very dry area. I'm going to have to drink more water than you are,
Right.
even all things considered. And that's something I see people come out here to Palm Springs and they forget to drink water because they're not used to drinking as much water as they need to when they're coming from Chicago.
Right. That's scary. That's so scary.
Yeah. So,
good.
keep in mind your ambient humidity too. So,
Yeah.
but I do like
and
adding
elevation. I think that's another part too.
Yes. So keep all those things in mind. One good scale is just do the pee test and just pay attention to your pee. If it's, very light yellow, you're good. Somebody compared it to like Coors Light. So if you got like Coors Light pee, you're okay. Once you start getting to like Guinness, you need to go to the hospital.
Oh, yes, please seek medical attention.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go immediately and seek help. Yes,
Right.
No.
Right. And if
what an
you're
awful
peeing and you
thought.
don't see anything, you probably are drinking too much and you might actually be overhydrated.
Right.
Which then you're flushing out your electrolytes. So,
Exactly.
If you notice you're getting muscle cramps, you might add a little sprinkle of salt, just to bring back a little bit of the actual hydration.
Yeah, I actually use sea salt from time to time to do that in my water. And sometimes I'll just put it on something like an avocado and then eat that, or tomatoes and eat that. And that seems to kind of boost everything for me.
Yeah. So it's all a balance. But hydration, especially when it comes to your vocal cords, is so, so, so important. Let's talk about hydrated versus dehydrated vocal cords. How can you tell in your voice that you're dehydrated?
Most of the time, it would be a little bit more, I will use the word gravelly, but it's not like the vocal fry. It just has added friction because it's not as moist. And so therefore it's rubbing on each other a little bit more aggressively. I just feel like there's less smoothness to my voice. It tends to be a little bit more herky jerky, or it tends to be a little bit more abrupt or unpredictable. And sometimes though, I also feel it in my mouth and like my tongue as well. If things are not hydrated well, or if I've overused my voice, I shouldn't say overused, but if I've used my voice extensively in the day, that kind of dryness or the stickiness that can happen, is a result of that. But it can also be a sign that, maybe I didn't take in as much water as I thought I did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That sticky mouth is the worst feeling ever.
I know. I get it all the time. All the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So aside from water, which is more of your internal bloodstream hydration, we also have external ways of hydrating. They're not going to be as good, and they're not going to land as long. So, we could use a humidifier, and humidifier is great, and it will absorb that ambient humidity. But as you're breathing in, all that humidity, and that's hitting your vocal cords, and your vocal cords are really happy with that humidifier. Probably 2 minutes later, after you walk away from that humidifier, you're back to breathing in whatever humidity level you have. So, I'm like a rotisserie oven.
Right. It's good for durations of time, small durations of time. So I think it's super useful, especially if you have a big project to do or a presentation to do. Go ahead and get that kind of hydration from the external portion of things, and partially internal because you breathe it in. But yeah, I think that's super, super helpful, but it is only temporary, but it does enhance what you're already doing with your hydration. So I would totally do that. I think that's one of the best things to do.
If you have, dry mouth, even though you're drinking a lot, I refer Biotine to a lot of my patients, but that's more,
But yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot for your head and neck cancer people, the people that aren't creating enough saliva. But after the age of 40 or 50, it's escaping me now. I want to say, I can't remember if it's 40 or 50. I want to say 50 because now I'm 40 and I'm like, this hasn't happened yet. So I'm going with 50.
Let's just go with 45.
We're going with 45. As you get older, it's like a light switch that your body will not produce as much saliva. Like on your 45th birthday or whatever,
Right.
And so, when you have that dry mouth, you are going to probably feel like you need to either drink more, maybe have a little bit more supplementation with something like Biotine or humidifiers in your house.
Yeah, anything that you can supplement to kind of assist with that, because some medications really will dry some people out. Sometimes it is, what's that called? Menopause. How did I forget?
Oh,
I'm in perimenopause right now.
The thing we're not doing.
That's the thing that you should not mention. Yeah.
Yeah, but it happens. And we'll go through hormones in a future session. Maybe next episode we should talk about hormones.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yes. All right. Next episode. Episode
There
11, hormones. Get
That's
ready.
That's right. It's going to be a roller coaster ride.
Yes. Anything else we should talk about with hydration? What have we not covered?
I mean, laziness, maybe.
Oh.
That could be it.
I am a pretty lazy person when it comes to hydration on the weekends.
Sometimes I am too. I mean, I think that's the honest truth. I think a lot of us tend to be a little lazy. Oh, and I just recommend that people don't drink too much before bed. And it's not the pee thing that you have to wake up in the middle of the night and go pee, because that is somewhat of a factor for some people.
That's my reason.
But What was that?
That's my reason.
Yeah, you don't want to pee at night, but it actually can cause some stomach irritation and acid reflux. So try not to drink too much before bed. And if you do drink a couple of sips of water, make sure you lay on your left side so it doesn't cause so much acid reflux. So if you're suffering from acid reflux, try to drink majority of your water, like I would say at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime.
And conversely, right when you wake up, before you have your morning coffee, have a couple sips of water just to kind of wake up your whole system, get your organs kind of flowing, because they haven't had any water in theoretically 8 or maybe even more hours. So, your organs are a little shrivelly right now, and time to plump them up with a little water. I don't really like cold water, so I will have a cup, like I'll pour myself a glass and have it like next to the coffee maker, so that I will have my sips of water before I actually drink the coffee.
Oh, that's good.
Like,
That's
I
very
wake
good.
up, you may not have your coffee. It's brewing
Until
anyway.
you drink the water.
You must drink the water. But honestly, in the morning, like, I feel like it's very hard to drink very much. Like, I kind of feel like my whole system is almost like wanting to reject it. It's like, no, it's too much. But
It is.
little sip just to kind of wake up the system.
Yeah,
So,
and it can
and
feel funny on an empty stomach.
Yeah, and it just kind of sets your body upright for the day. So
I agree. I definitely agree.
So little tips and tricks to stay hydrated. What works for you? Let us know in the comments, and we can share with other people. Or if you have any other questions about hydration, let us know. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will be back with our next episode talking about emotions.
Roller coasters.
Whoop, whoop.
Rolling with the homies. Sorry.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right,
tuning
bye,
in.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
The Voice Boxes Podcast, all about vocal health and hot topics. You got questions? They got answers. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, may a healthy voice be with you.